I never thought I would be a therapist. And by 12 years old, I was in institutions. I was already in Borstal when I was 15, prison when I was 18, and I went in and out of institutions till my early 20s. Around that time, the hippie movement was going on, and I liked the hippie movement. It was something different. And then I met people who were into going to festivals and having parties, and I started smoking cannabis. I used to like cocaine and alcohol and ecstasy, and initially it was fun and I really enjoyed it. But over the years, what I developed was I couldn't really survive without substances. And then at some point, I met a man called Varesh in Australia, and he was an ex-New York junkie. And here I am, an ex-British junkie who just loved to party, and we made a connection. And then I became his promoter in Australia, and we developed a friendship. And by then I'd done next to no therapy myself. I was still addicted. And eventually he said, why don't you come to Holland and train as a therapist? And when I got there, it was the biggest shock I ever had, because I went there to this house in Egmond on Zee, and I was completely out of it, and I sat in this room with all these people who'd been working on themselves for years, and I thought I was normal. Was I in for a shock? And I went through all the programs and trainings over and over again, and to be able to stand up in front of people and just be who I am, that's what I learned most. I'm not anything other than myself, and that's a gift. I am not up there as a therapist. I am here. I'm with the people, and I know that. I have a lot of empathy for people, particularly who've come from difficult or depressed or this area, because I've been there. I have been to the bottom many times, from abuse, from physical abuse from my father, plus fighting in prisons, plus drug overdoses and alcohol overdoses, and all the mental health issues that brought at the time. I know what it takes to come out of that space, and it is possible for anybody to change their life. We support people to come out of that space, to fall in love with themselves. That's the answer. Fall in love with yourself in a beautiful way, not from the ego, but from the heart.